Okay, K-pop world, listen up. 2026 is not a quiet year. Like, what even is happening? We've got BTS hitting us with a comeback we didn't fully expect yet, Blackpink doing their thing, Golden Globes, and some wild tea with Danielle and Katseye. So, if you've been out of the loop or you just want to catch all the biggest moments so far, this video breaks it all down, smooth, spicy, and in order. Okay, listen. The first big headline this year, BTS is back. So here's the deal. BTS just announced a new album called Arirang and it drops on 20th March 2026. This is their first full group album since they all finished their military service. Yup, that big, that iconic. But yo, the name Arirang, this isn't just some random word. In Korea, Arirang is like a super old traditional folk song that basically means longing, emotional reunions, and connection. So BTS picking that name, it hits. And it doesn't stop with the music. They also announced a world tour, a crazy massive one with more cities than you can count, hitting every continent and arena style. Fans are already freaking out. So basically, BTS is back harder than ever and proving 2026 is not a drill. But if you thought that was all the big music news, well, Blackpink, another legend group, also decided 2026 should be their year. They announced a mini album called Deadline, dropping on 27th of February 2026. This is their first group project in 3 years since Born Pink, and they already teased visuals that are dark, sleek, and classic Blackpink vibes. It's like they disappeared for a bit and came back with a whole new aesthetic. Plus, their world tour Deadline is still hitting arenas everywhere, so fans are already going wild with theories about the concept, the sounds, and what this era even means. So, big comebacks from both the kings and queens, but let's talk about how K pop is also making wave outside music. At the 2026 Golden Globe Awards, a song from K-pop Demon Hunters called Golden actually won Best Original Song, and yup, that shit is huge. Not gonna lie, the internet melted when EJAE accepted the award and talked about how she remembers years of rejection before getting here. Like, who doesn't get chills from that energy? And here's the extra spice. Blackpink's Lisa and Priyanka Chopra presented together. Yup, that Hollywood plus K-pop crossover moment was iconic. It was like music, culture, and global icons all in one room. Okay, but now let's talk tea, the behind the scenes kind of stuff that's got everyone talking online. So listen, this one's actually not lightweight tea. It's legal, contractual, messy, and emotional. Here's the whole situation. NewJeans, the group you know already, has been in a big contract dispute with their label EJAE since 2024. Apparently, they wanted out, but the court said the contracts were still valid until 2029. Then, at the end of 2025, things got wild. EJAE terminated Danielle's contract. Like all the other members, they got in again, but Danielle was kicked out, which basically means she was removed from NewJeans, and like it didn't stop there. EJAE actually filed a crazy lawsuit worth about $30 million against Danielle, her family member, and even their former CEO Min Hee-jin. And that's not gossip, that's courtroom drama. But even in the middle of all that legal chaos, Danielle opened new social accounts, and fans are still hyped and following her every word. And in her first live stream, she got real emotional and said things like she fought till the very end and hinted she's not disappearing. And if you thought that was the only group with drama, well, there is Katseye. We all know Katseye is blowing up, but the internet lately hasn't just talked about their music. First of all, Lara. Recently, Lara started getting dragged online after people speculated about her having an older boyfriend. And as usual, instead of facts, the internet jumped straight to judgment, assumptions, and moral policing. But here's where things changed. Lara didn't stay quiet. She directly called the hate out, saying people need to stop projecting, stop infantilizing her, and stop acting like they own her personal life. And honestly, that response alone split the internet. Some fans were like, yes, finally an idol setting boundaries. Others immediately went, she shouldn't talk back to the fans like that. And that reaction right there, that is where the bigger issue comes in. Because this isn't just about Lara. This is about how Katseye as a group is being treated. Lately, there's been a growing conversation about over-sexualization, how Katseye's styling, choreography, and image are constantly being hyper-analyzed. Too mature for some, too controlled for others, and no matter what they do, someone's uncomfortable. So, on one side, fans say they are being sexualized too much. On the other side, let them own their image. They are grown global artists. And Lara's situation, it basically became the center point of that debate about autonomy, boundaries, and how much control idols are actually allowed to have over their own lives. So, yeah, this isn't just fandom drama, it's a bigger conversation that's not going away anytime soon. And when you look at everything that's happened so far this year, here's what I really wanna know. And don't dodge this. Which moment crossed a line for you? Lara getting dragged for her personal life, Daniel being pushed into a legal nightmare, or idols constantly being watched, judged, and controlled the moment they breathe? Because every single one of these stories point to the same question. Do fans support idols or do they feel entitled to them? Drop your take in the comments. I'm reading everything.